Hi guys, how's it? Welcome back to another video. I'm your host, once again, the Fairweather Rugby fan, Triple X, aka Daryl Keith Hendon. And as you can see by the title of the video, it has come to that time of year, folks. This coming Tuesday, we will have the 33-man squad tasked with defending the Rugby World Cup for your Springboks, for our Springboks, and I felt like it was a really unique time to be able to sit down. And I'm not Jock, I'm not Rassi, I'm just a fan. And I thought, hey man, what would I do if I had to pick my 33-man squad? So I picked a 33-man squad. I picked what I believe to be our strongest squad to go. Well, before we even get to the list, we'll kind of break down how I made some of these decisions. I started off with the guys that were a definite, a guaranteed 100%. Guys like Malcolm Marks, guys like Eben Etzebeth, guys like Faf de Klerk, guys like Andre Pollard, Cheslin Colby, Willie LaRue. I went through the guys that were very much guaranteed. They were 100%. We've got to take them. Sio Khaleesi, guys that we have to take them 100% no matter what. Then I went through and kind of filled in the spaces, and then it kind of came down to my very, very last pick. And I will mention that as I'm going through the list who my very last pick was, and it was kind of a tough decision, but then after performances from this last weekend, I don't think there was really any debate as to who I needed to select to this 33-man squad. So we will go ahead and start. We'll go by position. We will start out with the hooker. I'm taking two hookers with us, and that would be Malcolm Marks and Bongi Mbonambi. No question, our two best hookers in our arsenal right now. As far as props, I've gone with Kitsoff, Franz Maherba, Vincent Koch, Oxen Shea, and Thomas DeToy. I know there's going to be... I always talk about what a big Nakane fan I am. I just didn't get to see him enough. I think some of the debate would be with Joseph Dweba, too. I feel like he got better the more he played, but he just was lacking that special something. That's why he didn't make it. And I'll kind of get back to another reason why I didn't pick him as I make it farther down my lineup. For the locks, I have chosen 4 locks for this trip. I've got Eben Etzebeth, of course. I've got the Viking himself, R.J. Sneeman. I've got Lud de Hogger, a.k.a. Chipmunk. Thanks, Josh. That was a good nickname for him because he does have those big puffy cheeks. And the newest lock in the Springbok arsenal, I don't think there's any question, and that's John Klein. Damn. That dude, I was worried. You know, we kind of pulled him in at the last minute. He qualified, and he has more than earned his. He's earned his stripes in that green and gold uniform, and that's why I believe he deserves a trip to France with the team. Then we will go to the flankers. We've got Sio Khaleesi, Pieter-Steph du Toit, Quagga Smith, Dion Foti. I picked him also because he can be the third hooker if we need it. Marco van Staden and Franco Mustert, who can also play lock if necessary. He is tall enough. Then we have number 8. I think they're really obviously Dwayne Vermeulen, no question. And then there was kind of the debate between Evan Roos and Jasper Wiese, and I have chosen Jasper Wiese. Now, I've talked to many people about this, and this is an issue I do see with Jasper, is that he does operate off of pure emotion sometimes. Dwayne did when he was younger, but he's a grown man now. Like, he is a focused competitor. He doesn't let his emotions get the best of him. He always stays focused, and I think with time, Jasper Wiese can do that, but he is a bit of a hothead. And the reason I did not go with Evan Roos is because he's a bit of a hothead, but he doesn't really have the talent. Like when Jasper isn't a hothead, he's really solid. Evan's just not there yet. Now, I think Evan will be ready in 4 years. If he doesn't decide to split, he'll be ready in 4 years, definitely. I have chosen 3 scrum halves. We've got Faf de Klerk, obviously, Cobus Reinach, and Grant Williams. Those are the 3 scrum halves. I know we haven't got to see a lot of Grant Williams, obviously going out early in the Argentinian game, kind of coming in for relief a bit here and there. I really hope they give him a start against Wales, because I have a feeling that young man has some magic, and from the bit that we've gotten to see, I think he adds a different dynamic to the scrum half position, and I think he could be something very special if given a chance. For the fly halves first 5/8, I have gone with Andre Pollard, of course, and Manny Libok. I don't really think there's any debate there. We do have a couple of guys, later on that I pick in the lineup that could fill in there, but we'll kind of go from there. Now for the wings, and I think this is going to be the one that a bit of debate on, but not really. Obviously, I have picked Cheslin Colby. I have picked Kurtley Arenza. I have picked Makazole Mpipi. We did get a bit of a flash from him this past weekend against Argentina. Is he where he was 4 years ago? No, but I think he still can contribute. And the final pick that I did make of my 33-man squad, I have chosen Kanan Moody. Now, I chose Kanan for a couple of different reasons. One is that he can also play fullback. And two, we saw him make 2 massive tackles against Argentina, and I think we have not gotten 100% of Kanan Moody yet. I think we're still waiting for that to pop out, but I think when we get it, it's going to be awesome. For the centers, and this will be another great source of debate, but that's why I like making these videos, so everybody can debate underneath them. I have gone with Andre Esterhuizen, no question. Guy's been money at center. I've gone with Jesse Creel, who can also cover wing if he needs to. And I have gone with Lucanio No Damien Dialende on this. I think people are going to kind of wonder why. Is not the same as he was 2 years ago, but I think it just needs to be brought out at the right moment. I did see some flashes of good defensive ability. He is still reading the field very well. He's just not the biggest contributor offensively anymore, but we're going to kind of need a guy like that. I think he's going to come out of his shell at some point, and I think the World Cup is a perfect time for that to happen. And then I have gone with Willie LaRue as my fullback. I did pick as a utility back Damian Valemza because he can cover at 10, he can cover at center, he can cover at wing, he can cover at fullback. You can't go wrong. Damian has done absolutely everything that we've needed him to do this year. He does have some kicking issues, but as we saw this last weekend, Manny Libok has those as well. So, So let's go ahead and talk about the guys that did not make it. There's quite a few, obviously. I brought up Joseph Dweba. Steenkamp, we got to see his debut this last weekend against Argentina. I mean, he's carried the Bulls a lot this last year. I feel like we should have saw his debut last year. If I see a little bit more of him, maybe I would have picked him, but he just didn't have enough time. I think another guy that some people are going to be like Jean-Luc Dupria. Yeah, we finally got to see him after 5 years, and he did a great job this weekend, but it just wasn't enough for me to justify putting him on a 33-man squad. Just didn't get enough. Like I said, I think one of the bigger omittances that I've had is definitely that a lot of people are going to say is Damien Dialende. Him and were money. It just was never there anymore, and we haven't seen it this year. And I mean, I know we haven't given them a lot of playing time together, but it's just... My final 3 were Dialende, Roos, and Moody. And I had to go with Kanan just because of what we've seen and what I don't think we've seen yet and what could possibly be. We are also going into this World Cup as the oldest team average age-wise. We have, I think, 3 players under the age of 26. We are an older team. And, yeah, I wanted to kind of bring that down a little bit. Despite the way Manny Libok looks, yes, he is only 26 years old. That guy looks like he has seen... Pardon my French. That guy looks like he's seen some shit. He is not a young-looking guy. But, like I said, I went with the picks that I did just because I felt like this was our strongest side that we could send to France to have a genuine opportunity to win this thing again. And I really hope that we use this Wales game as a building tool, and then when we play the All Blacks, we use it as a final tune-up to get ready to go in, because we're going to start off quickly. We've got Ireland on our pool. We've got the #1 ranked team in the entire world in our pool. And I would love to beat them, beat Scott. I'd love us to win every game in our pool. I want us to win every single game, obviously, but I would really love for us to go and shock everyone and beat Ireland in the pool game. Because I think if that happens, I think that changes the dynamic a lot. I'm still not 100% sold on the All Blacks beating the Wallabies twice. The Wallabies are bad. I don't even know if they'll make it out of their pool, to be honest with you. They may be going to France to eat croissants for all I know. I'm not sold on it. After this weekend, I don't even think I'm sold on France, really. I do think Ireland is good, but I'm not sold on the All Blacks. I'm still not sold on it. Now, I think the dark horse team that you need to keep your eye on for everybody is Argentina. And Fiji. I think Fiji makes it through to the quarterfinal. I think England doesn't make it out of their pool. That's just my personal opinion. But we'll get to that later on. But yes, this is my 33-man squad. Let me know what you guys think. I'll try and have everything in the video so you can kind of write it down mentally and say, hey, well, what about this guy? What about that guy? Leave your comments underneath. I appreciate every single time you guys talk. It's cool, to talk about this game with people from all around the world, because we all have kind of differing opinions, and I guess I have a different view on it because I didn't grow up in a rugby-playing country. I'm a rugby fan, but I live in a country that is not a rugby country. I live in a country that plays its own sports, and I grew up playing a lot of those sports. But as a rugby fan, I enjoy talking about rugby because I get to learn so much, because I don't think I know everything about the game. But as a fan, I have my opinions, and you guys have yours, and I love it. Even the constructive criticism that I do get from you guys sometimes, occasionally I get like the little bit of smack talk, like, who cares about an American's opinion? And it's like, obviously you do enough to comment under the video, bro. But I hope everyone has a great week, man. Tuesday, we'll get this whenever they announce the 33. Obviously, I'll do a reaction video to that. And who knows, man, maybe I hit the lottery. Maybe I picked all 33 correctly. That would be pretty awesome, and that would be a, nice little pat on my shoulder saying, hey, dude, you know what you're doing, picking a side. So, but until next time, guys, be safe, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers, guys.